Congrats, you made it to part 2. Here we finish this off making the thrusters for our jet without any particle emission inside of Blender, so let's get into it. To make the thrusters, you guys need to prepare the mesh required. First, we will need is a plane. Keep it aside for now. Then add a cylinder. Rotate the cylinder to about 90 degrees. Then go to the edit mode. Select the front and the back faces and hit X on your keyboard to delete faces. Then you can select any edge. Right click on the mouse and mark Sim. Now open the UV tab. Select the entire faces of the cylinder in both edit mode and in UV. Hit U on your keyboard and unwrap angle base. Now it's time to add a material and a few other geometry nodes. Click on New in the shader editor. Hit Shift plus A on your keyboard and search for image texture. In the image texture, click on Open, where we shall now import the MP4 format of the thrusters. You can find such thrusters on productioncrate.com. After importing your thrusters, set the total frame which you require and keep the starting frame at 0. Enable cyclic and auto refresh. Under extension, keep it on repeat rather than clip. For the alpha channel, you'd need a gamma and a multiply node. Connect the output with input as shown. Here, if you notice at the cylinder, you'll find it to be a bit grainy. To fix this issue, go to the Properties panel, Material, and here we go to the Viewport Display. Under Setting, set the render method to blend and the thickness to slab. Time to prepare the nodes for the emission. Connect the image texture color output with the emission color input. Now, to see the thrusters, go to the UV tab and scale the UV as shown. Increase the strength. Now scale Y to 5.0. At last, we need to add some nodes for the strength. Start by adding a value node and 2 multiply nodes. Set the third multiply node to maximum and connect as shown. Set the value to 50,000, then go to the first multiply node which is connected to alpha and set its value to about 0.0001. You can now scale it to as much you like for the animation. Now you can select and copy the nodes to the plane and just like the cylinder, set the render method to blend and thickness to slab. Now you can scale the plane, duplicate it once and rotate the y-axis to about 90 degrees. Select both the plane, then drag it inside the cylinder.